everybody. Welcome to the Twitch and Tweak. It's so good to Twitch and Tweak. I love it here. There's no pressure. Oh, this is our intimate beezing setting, and I love the intimate beezing setting where we don't have to talk about biatch or anything to do with Kuwait. Listen, we just finished Chantal's stuff half an hour ago. She was step 1. It's time to move on to step 2. Step 2 is either cracking open a brew or whatever, or just watching Steve, maybe enjoying his step 2. I don't know. My step 2 was a nice J. I lit up a nice little triple burger right after our stream of Chantal. So I'm already on my step 2. Let's watch Steve. Crazy fucking Steve and his step 2s. I have found 2 insane ones today, okay? I'm just going to give you the titles, and then we're going to go in. The first one is called Camping Under a Bridge. And yes, that's what it's called. And the next one is called Freeway Interchange Stealth Camping. I'm absolutely riveted to watch the 2 of these. First of all, I can't wait to see him camping under a bridge. He's shaved his face in this one. He looks extra like someone on the run. You know what I mean? It's going to be nuts. And then the Freeway one, I can't even imagine. Won't that be so loud? Like... Anyway, the point is, I really want to watch these 2, and I've been waiting to watch them with you guys. So, without further ado, let's get to. I'll get the tab. Hold on. I hesitated for a second. I'm like, which one should we watch first? We're going to start with the bridge, because I just have a feeling that the fucking Freeway one is going to be even more insane. So, to the bridge we go. Look at him shaved. It's like, who even are you? I don't know. Not the Zachary Michael catchphrase? No, that's Chantal's catchphrase. Let's get to that Chantal.
This is an awesome spot. I've been dying to do this one for a while. Actually, I got notice about this place from a subscriber. Oh, that's going to be a noisy night. I can tell that already. But, yeah, look at this. Now, this is a good camping spot if I've ever seen one.
Oh, how could you see that and go, oh, yeah, that's the camping spot for me? Steve is nuts, okay? I want to address something because a lot of people were coming for me in the last one, like, how dare you have anything to say about Steve? He's like, are you hearing me for the first time? I like this guy, okay? I really do like Steve. He's very Canadian. There's something just so like endearing and Canadian about him. I really, really like Steve. Does that mean I'm not going to rip on the obvious? No, come on. And he's Canadian, so you know he'd be able to like take the joke, you know? Fucking lighten up, people.
Everyone's childhood dream is to sleep under a bridge. And today, that dream comes true for me. There's a farmhouse over there. I'm not sure if they can see under the bridge from where they are, or if they even care if somebody's sleeping under a bridge. But we'll find out as the night goes through. I'm going to start walking down here. It looks like almost a walking trail, which could be very interesting if there's early morning traffic.
Can you imagine? You're just on your walking trail first thing in the morning, and it's like, oh, there's someone sleeping under there in a sleeping bag. Okay, it happens. And the person turns over and you're like, it's Steve, is that you? What the
fuck? So people definitely come down through here. I don't know if there's good fishing there or if this trail just kind of goes on from here, but I'm seeing a lot more farmhouses over there, and I'm pretty exposed here. So yeah, crawl back under my bridge like a troll and get set up. No, I'm going to be off the ground tonight on a cot.
I don't know why I even love what's like graffitied behind him. Look at the little whale or whatever the hell that thing is with the little hat on and stuff. He really did find the perfect spot to do this video.
This packs up pretty small. And it didn't break the bank. It was on sale at Canadian Tire. But
he's so Canadian Tire. Of course.
These cots are a lifesaver in a position like this, because if I actually lay down on this ground, I want to wake up with a syringe dangling out of my knees or something. Like, I have to be somewhat careful. I've also got with me bear spray. Not that I expect there to be a bear problem, but I am under a bridge with a bunch of camera gear.
He brought the bear spray for people. Okay, listen, there's a little self-awareness there at least. He's like, I know I'm doing something super fucked up. I know it. I'm under a bridge. I have cameras here. Let me at least have a little mace. Canadian Tire, FFG's second home after Costco. No. Listen. It goes Best Buy, then Costco, then quite a gap, then Canadian Tire. I just avoid that place. I can't stand Canadian Tire. I don't have the patience for Canadian Tire. My dad, on the other hand, would, if you could like drop him off at a Canadian Tire at 8 a.m. when they open and just like pick him up in the evening when it's like dinner time, maybe 5 days a week, he would be so fucking happy. Just walking around the Canadian Tire, trying all the tools and stuff. That would be him living his best like retired life. No, he does not get chatty with the employees because he thinks he knows better than everyone about everything. So why would he have to chat up an employee unless he's trying to teach them something? You know what I mean? But he's not the type. He just wants to be left alone and left to roam, you know? Oh God, in NDG, this is so niche, but we have the Canadian Tire like across the street from a Renault Depot. Renault Depot is like a big hardware store here where like the construction guys go, and I swear to God, my dad could just ping pong back and forth across the street all day long, roaming those two stores, and we'd never see him again. Like, that's it. He could live there. He would set up a tent, just fucking sleep there, you know? Best life.
Ha, perfect.
That's right, that woman. The St. Jacques Canadian Tire / Renault Depot. Exactly. And I shit you not, just a few hours ago, he messaged me. Where's my phone? Wait a minute. This was hours ago. I'm not telling you nothing here. He's nuts. Where's my phone? Here we go. At 3:25 p.m. Hey, Annie, at Renault Depot, those drills are $170 plus tax. They're reduced. You go, the most expensive thing is the charger and the battery. He's randomly texting me about drill prices at Renault Depot on St. Jacques at 3 o'clock this afternoon. For what reason? I don't fucking know. Do I need a drill? No. Do I have any idea what drill he's talking about? No. I don't ask questions. I just answer like, oh, wow, that's great. I don't know. Is that a good price? I don't fucking know. But like, what do you even say to that? Like, are you walking around the Renault Depot right now? Are you finding these things? Or did you have to pull over a cart to text me about the drill prices at Renault?
Just great. And beautiful wife got me this, so I can sit down here. This is awesome. Bridges, nature shelter, no tent required. Pretty much all of this stuff I'm using is this Woods brand, and it's the local, well, the Canadian Tires brand of camping stuff. They seem to be the only place that sells it, and it's not absolute garbage. It's certainly not something you're going to climb Mount Everest with, but it's it beats the other cheap stuff that I do see in other stores. I won't name the brand, but yeah, there's some.
Oh yeah, I see you guys in the chat. Yes, he was married. He referred to his wife as a beautiful wife, and she's recently passed away, and it's very sad. And I made like an insensitive joke about it in our last stream, about him being creepy, plus the wife thing. I will not be making a joke like that again. Okay, the fact that he's creepy again, I like Steve. Okay, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean anything actually happened between him and the wife. It's apparently a very tragic, like reason or whatever that or way that, let's say, he lost his wife. It's very, very sad. Poor Steve, and I really mean that.
There's some real junky gear out there, that's for sure. Now, this is a camp. I do have to give a big shout out to Jake and Sharon, who have...
Okay, I'm sorry for the quick pause. Okay, to anybody who watches Steve, I have a theory. Tell me if I'm crazy or maybe I'm onto something. Crazy Neighbor? He sometimes does videos with who he calls Crazy Neighbor. Is Crazy Neighbor his father? They look oddly similar. They behave oddly similar. I have a theory that the neighbor isn't actually, he might be the neighbor, but that he's actually his dad. The acreage that they bought and stuff, like the Crazy Neighbor is like involved in the acreage. He's living in the acreage. I really, really, really think that's his father.
Sent a care package. Included in it some whiskey. Because it ain't sleeping under a bridge unless you're drinking straight whiskey right out of the Mickey. So thank you guys. They don't make bridges like that.
Right. Hey, Green Gypsy Bird. Okay, you would know. So they're not neighbors anymore, right? Because Steve got the acreage. But the way he's talking, am I crazy, or does it sound like Crazy Neighbor is coming to live at the acreage too? Like, maybe I'm nuts. Maybe I'm reaching with that, but it sounds like that's maybe what's going on there.
This anymore. This is a vagrant's dream. You could thumb it clean across the country and never have to worry about shelter if every bridge was like this. The new ones have real steep angles, no flat surfaces, so nowhere to camp at all.
Yes, that's right. That little bottle of booze is a Mickey. I don't know if it's a Canadian thing to call it a Mickey or whatever. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's what it is. So when Chantal got all crazy in Cuba and blames the alcohol and stuff, she had only really drank a Mickey of rum. It was just a taller bottle, but a skinny one, Someone's saying like, oh yeah, wait, careful, Steve. You could drink a Mickey and get your own Cuba rage. No, he's not a hateful asshole jackass of a person. Your truth comes out when you know what I mean? Sometimes, let's say, Steve gets a little toasted on his step twos. He gets a little slurry. He gets a little giggly, and he goes to bed and then he sleeps in. That's drunk Steve. You know what I mean? There's no Cuba rage in there. He's not a piece of shit. You have to be an asshole, like, to have that in you, Goodbye, Kyle. Hello, Kyle. Welcome to Steve. He's a little nuts, but we stand.
And yeah, if every bridge in the world was like this, the world would be a perfect place.
He's just so simple.
The sun is setting on another day in this world. It should soon be dark. And that makes things all the stealthier.
You know what, Donna, you're right. He does now seem a little broken by his grief, but to be fair, even in his old videos, this is a damaged human being. You could tell, like, Steve has been through some shit, and that's before he lost his wife.
Clearly a muskrat infestation out there. The place is swimming with them. There goes one right now. We'll definitely have to do some cleanup around here.
The most I've heard him say is that, yes, he lived through a period in his life where he lived in his car. And so that taught him to always buy an SUV. He said he always wanted cars, like, to make sure in his life that if he had to go back to living in a car, he would be more comfortable than like an actual car. So he only buys SUVs. I love that mentality. And like he owns some company now. And like he's making his money. He's okay, you know, and he still has that like worst case scenario mentality. I live my life with a worst case scenario mentality. So I get that. I respect that. There's something so like down to earth and humble about that I really respect.
Some snickerpuss left their jacket and an empty or two here, so there's a few empties around. I'm not the first person that got this idea. But the quantity of firewood available for scavenging was low. So I'm going to shelf this idea. It's probably a good plan since it could raise a little more suspicion, anger with authorities if they see I'm having a little fire pit down here. So play it on the safe side, first time under a bridge. So I don't know exactly what the etiquette is on campfire rings under public bridges. So I don't know. I'm getting a little hungry. I think it's time to cook under the bridge meal. Little isobutane stoves really do the job. When you got to pack light and when it's not too cold out, it's -40.
I have no idea what's a snickerpuss. It might, I say it all the time, like Canada is two places, right? There's Quebec and then there's the rest of Canada. I am like through and through Quebec. I don't kind of know what goes on in the rest of Canada. There's all kinds of things they say that I've never heard before. So it definitely could be a Canadian thing. I have no idea.
These things are not going to want to do the job. But we don't have to deal with that for a couple of weeks at least. Oh, yeah. Got some good cooking power.
It's nothing to do with balls. It really has everything to do with language. When the language changes, everything changes. You know what I mean? So for all I know, maybe snickerpuss is the rest of Canada's version of like tabarnak or esti, or like I just wouldn't know them, but I know all the French ones because this is where I am. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't hear things like that in English ever here. For context, like the most English that I have in my life is pretty much what we do on YouTube and like Twitch and everything here. Every single fucking thing is in French.
Power. These little frozen boil them in a bag peas. So that's what we're going to do here. Boil them up. And I have to say, I am shocked with how many vehicles seem to be dragging stuff behind them on the roads. I don't know if it's chains for a trailer that are just too loose or what it is, but there's a lot of stuff scraping along the bridge deck up there. So that's probably not good for the bridge. The tenderloin with a little mac and cheese instant cup.
Oh my God, he brought a little craft dinner cup. That's the most Canadian thing I've ever seen. And also, Lushy, eat your heart out. Steve is eating under a bridge, and he has the thing that you buy like quantities of every week to feed your, family in the home. He's under a bridge like a troll.
And some peas. It's like a bite before payday and a bite on payday. It's foods that don't normally go together. You wouldn't expect. Yeah. Oh, they don't give you much in one of these little cups, I'll say that.
That was just the way he said that sentence was so Canadian. Whoa, they don't give you much in those little cups. I'll say that. That's so Canadian. I love Steve. Only Steve. He's just sitting under the bridge, boiling his water for his fucking craft dinner cup. It's so random.
But that's okay. Low carb. Yum, yum. Keto. Steve's diet with Steve.
Even the way he just said low carb, like, okay, I know to everyone I have an accent, but to him, he also had, to me, he has an accent. We would say like low carb. He's like low carb, low carb. It's so like sorry, not sorry. I love that low carb, eh? It's so Canadian, eh?
I think it's probably pretty crucial to not overfill.
Yes, malarkey meter, exactly.
Oh, I see. All right, I'll let this turn into food, and heat up the pan.
Fucking Steve. I also really like, a bunch of people started making comments about like why he cooks such complicated shit when he's camping. Like too many things. You bring too many things, and it's always too much like weird stuff going on. So he's, instead of, I don't know, making things more simple, it's like he's leaning into the troll job. Now, the last video I had watched of his, he pulls out a cutting board, he's chopping onions, he's chopping like all these veggies and stuff. He leans into the troll, and I really like that.
That beautiful wife tucked away at the hotel right now. It's I know it's a good hotel because the price is permanently plastered on the side of the building, and their logo's a cowboy hat. So what could go wrong, right?
Like, it's a niche. You know what I mean? He's got a hobby. Can you imagine your wife drops you at the side of a bridge and goes, "I'll be at the hotel, Steve." He's like, "Okay, see you in the morning, eh? I'll pick you up, Steve." And she goes off to the hotel, and he's just chilling under the bridge cooking his fucking craft dinner cup. It's amazing, really.
Pan-fried is not my ideal version of a steak. I will say that. But working with the resources under the bridge, I think this is going to be just fine.
Resources under the bridge.
Cook this to medium rare.
Like that's a troll. He pulls out a meat thermometer under a bridge. That is a fucking troll. I've seen Steve cook a bunch of little steaks and stuff. He's never pulled out a meat thermometer. He's doing this on purpose, and I think that's really funny.
I'm always scared to overdo a steak, so this could be on the little rare side, but that's okay. That's what these cuts of meat are for. And yeah.
It's a very specific, like, Canadian, like, passive-aggressive humor. You know what I mean? I love it.
And silly me, these are supposed to be microwaved, but I think it'll still work. Could be a little bit on the crunchy side. There's mac and cheese. No, that actually worked out okay. Definitely not as good as the properly made mac and cheese, or craft dinner as we call it in Canada. But yeah, now we're talking.
I always forget Americans call it mac and cheese, but everything is mac and cheese. Like, you can make homemade mac and cheese. What differentiates it from craft dinner? That's why you should call it craft dinner, or yeah, KD. KD if you're nasty, you know what I mean? Like, but if you call it mac and cheese, I would be expecting, oh damn, somebody actually made a mac and cheese like from scratch, and then you put fucking craft dinner in front of me. I'd be like, what the fuck? I thought we were having mac and cheese. Yeah, that's mac and cheese. I'd be like, no, bitch, that's craft dinner. You just really set up for a disappointment.
Let's just see what happens here. Today is the day of steak. Those peas aren't that bad either. Not bad. Looks a little well, no, not well done, but better done than I normally like it.
Steve's eating steak and peas under a bridge. Wait, LOL, Kraft mac and cheese is what a peasant in Maryland could. Wow. Y'all just made it long. Kraft mac and cheese. You're going for like a little Canadian, a little American version there. Interesting, interesting. You could call it Kraft dinner. Just saying. Look how that rolls off the tongue. Doesn't it make sense though? In a way, I know a lot of you guys, you hate to admit when you're wrong about things, that your country could be wrong about something, but didn't it make sense? Macaroni and cheese could be a lot of things. You could make it yourself. Listen, Kraft dinner is very specific. That's what I called it growing up. Me too. Kraft dinner. That's what I still call it. We're not hip like that. We didn't call it KD. Just Kraft dinner. Fucking Kraft dinner. I can't stand Kraft dinner as an adult, but I still like it like once a year. Once a year, I don't know what it is. I'll be like grocery shopping and you just look over and you fucking see a box of it. And I'm like, ooh, today's the day. And then I eat 3-4 bites and I'm like, okay, I'm done with this. And I don't want to see it for another year, but you got to get those bites in once a year. It's like, are you even Canadian if you don't, bro?
Tender. Yeah, that's pretty good, I think. Not bad for in the dark under a bridge. Well, upon second taste, these little to-go mac and cheese things get 3 thumbs down. They're not as good as I was hoping, but this is why we got the steak to balance that out. I've got a nice long list of people who've donated to make this possible, so thank you all. I am sponsored by no companies, but people do donate money for beer and gear, that type of stuff. So big shout out to all you guys. Thank you very much.
Okay, what does get on my nerve with Steve, and we've reached the moment when he does this like, oh, people donate to the beers and the step twos and the gear and stuff, and that's nice, and he acknowledges it and puts them on the screen and stuff. It's the people, I think, is it a Patreon or like a PayPal situation? I can't remember, but they donate to his step twos. Okay, he says it like that. Oh, I'm not sponsored by any company or whatever. Like I fund this, the whole thing, but he leaves out the fact that like, yeah, I might not be sponsored by a company, but I have a monetized YouTube channel with a shit ton of subscribers. Like he gets a lot of you. He's making his AdSense money. You know what I mean? He leaves that out every time when he talks about like, oh, it's the donations that fund all the gear and the step twos. Okay, Steve, I see your little game, Steve.
Had to get a new lens. Actually, the camera tipped over, so that it's all making this possible. But
no, hold on. Jessica Riz plus Kraft. Wait, Kraft makes more than mac and cheese, so Kraft dinner could mean many things. Not in Canada. No, absolutely not. You say Kraft dinner to anybody, it's that box of mac and cheese, KD mac and cheese. It's the only thing that is. No one would ever think it's something else. In Canada, Kraft dinner, it's that. Yes, Kraft makes lots of other things, but there's only one Kraft dinner.
As well, birthday shout out to Skylar. Caitlin says I should give you a shout out, and got local good Edmontonian there, and you also supported the channel, so thank you so much. Here.
Oh yeah, Kraft not only makes peanut butter in Canada, but it dominates the market of peanut butter in Canada. You go to a grocery store, for every like, I don't know, 5 Kraft peanut butter things, there might be one by another company. It's like the Kraft fucking peanut butter aisle. That's it.
Little cots are a lifesaver, I can say.
Well, at least he's got a cot. You know, normally in with that stupid tiny little hammock or some shit, sleeping directly on the rocks. I was impressed that he pulled out this tiny weird cot.
We're gonna see if this traffic wants to slow down tonight at all, because that would sure be nice. Help me catch a few more Z's. Thanks for watching so far, guys. We're gonna check out in the morning, and we'll see just how cold it gets tonight.
Yes, that Bare Naked Ladies song where they say, if I had $1 million, you remember that song? We wouldn't have to eat Kraft dinner. And the guy replies, but we would eat Kraft dinner. We would just eat it with very expensive ketchups. Because some people squirt ketchup on their Kraft dinner. That's disgusting to me. But that was like the reply in the song. Very cute. You're Canadian. You're going to eat the damn Kraft dinner.
It's feeling probably around below the dew point, that's for sure. Probably around 5 Celsius, somewhere in there. So we're probably in the 40s Fahrenheit. I don't know. But, oh gee. Good night, guys. We'll see you in the morning. It was basically the worst sleep of my life last night. If anybody is sleeping under a bridge that watches this, man, my hat goes off to you. I don't know how you can do this. Wow. This road is really busy. If it was a less traveled road, this would be like the perfect spot of all time. But not a busy road. This is.
Keep in mind that yes, he's under the bridge of a busy road. He also, his step 2 last night before going to bed was a Mickey of hard liquor. He's a little hungover. This is a little hungover of slow Steve. You know what I mean?
It's just horrible. But yeah, as far as stealthiness, I would give this 4 stars. In terms of noise, this got like 30% thumbs down. No, 100% thumbs down. 100% thumbs down. There's just too much noise here. I would not be able to be up feeling fresh and go to work after a night or two of sleeping out here. So anyways, got up bright and early today, not just because I barely slept, but something I've been really excited to see. Turned on the news, could not believe my eyes when I saw was in the news right now. They're doing more Starlink public beta tests. So that could finally solve my internet problems. When I upload these, I'm like huddled underneath a cell phone tower with my tethered to the phone, trying to upload. This would be a game changer if I could just upload from home instead of going on the road trip of all time. So that's really.
Well, that whole thing was over my head. I'm assuming he means that the acreage. I'm assuming this back in the acreage still. His internet problem. I don't know. Does he have a riddle to give because he's the troll under the bridge? It's funny.
Cool. I was very happy to see that in the news this morning. And I'm gonna pack up and get out of here. I have to get back into town. The snow is probably gonna fall in the next day or two, or later on this week. There should be a little fall dusting of snow.
That's what it is. Starlink is a new internet service. Elon Musk, I think. Okay. I know nothing of these things. Thanks for the info. And you can like do it anywhere? That's the thing? He's saying he won't have to go to the cell tower anymore? I guess it gives internet to places that before didn't have internet? Okay, that's cool.
No, and that's going to be what sticks around for the rest of the winter. It's going to be bad if I don't get everything out of my yard, which.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. It's a satellite. Okay, I don't know. Does anyone ever watch this other van living guy? Oh my God. I forget what he's called. Van City something. He's from Vancouver, also a Canadian, and he lives with his like bulldog in a van. That thing, is that the thing that he attaches to his roof? And before they like get going on he always has to like pull that thing off of his roof. Is that what that thing is? I'm new to these van videos. Yes, Starlink travels with you. A lot of van life and RVers use it. Okay, that must be the thing he fucking got. Yes, Van City uses it. Okay, I have seen that thing then. Cool.
Just kind of, I'm not winterized, we'll put it that way. So I'll get back home, crazy neighbor will be over, work on the treehouse a little bit, get the yard tidied up. And
no, you know what happened now? My algorithm is so fucked up because I've started watching these campers now. So now I get my whole algorithm is Chantal and camping stuff and like living in a van stuff. I don't know. And I think they push the Canadians to the Canadians. So I get like all the Canadian ones first.
If you find anything like this watchable, please consider subscribing. It's pretty cool benefit. You get to see the ones I put out sometimes sporadically. Don't follow a schedule of any type. Yeah. But anyways, thanks guys. We'll see you later. Cheers. Thanks for camping with Steve.
That was a good one. I like that one. He was a little hungover and under a fucking bridge. That's fantastic. Oh, you are Malarkey Meter. Fantastic. Thank you. Recording. I know she's live, guys. I'm ignoring you guys in the chat saying it. I'm not kidding when I said before I'm fed up with her face today. It was enough. It's enough of Chantal for me. Beginning of the week. No. Tomorrow we will watch whatever the hell happens tonight. That'll be our stream tomorrow. And tomorrow, sidebar, Koki has his day in court. I have the link to the court. I'm going to be listening in. I'm home tomorrow. You know what I mean? Working from home. So whatever happens, I will tweet, I will community tab post it, and we can go live early in the day tomorrow. You know what I mean? We won't go live until Koki passes in the court. Is she raging? Probably not. Probably not. We would have heard by now. My phone would be blowing up with people on Twitter. You know what I mean? Nah, but it's what we'll watch tomorrow. So, I'm not saying don't watch it now. Do whatever you want. Bees and let bees. I'm just saying I don't want to look at her fucking face anymore today. I would much rather continue on with Steve. So let me get the next link. Next one. Hold on. This is in my mind, pièce de résistance. This is Freeway Interchange stealth camping. If he thought that one was loud, I can't even imagine what this one's going to be. Hold on. Oh, okay. Before I even press play, NASA Enhance. So that's Crazy Neighbor. You tell me you don't see like a similarity between them? I genuinely believe that this is his father.
Hey guys, welcome to Camping with Steve. Crazy Neighbor is so gracious as to drop me off on the side of Freeway Interchange, and I'm going to do some camping tonight.
Yeah, could be an uncle, something definitely, yeah. And
hopefully all goes well. Just going to get a little bit further up ahead here, and that's where I get out.
Oh, Green Gypsy Bird, I'm telling you, you can't convince me he's not now. Maybe an uncle, maybe. Yeah, but like, I don't even think it goes further than an uncle. It's a father uncle. Oh, it's a funkle. Oh, no, not another one. What is with these Canadians and funkle situations? Point is, I am convinced that these two are related. I've seen too many of these videos between them. They are so similar, and they just, I don't know, they mesh too well. There's something a little familial about it. I don't know.
Okay. Just waiting on one guy to pass. This should be good. Well, there's a few more coming.
This guy's from Alberta.
Okay. It's time to roll. Thank you so much. See you. You bet. See you in the morning. Bye. Okay. Now, I just need to get into here before another string of vehicles comes. Okay. All right. Okay. That was pretty smooth. Okay. In here looks pretty good to me. Okay, and here comes that good Lord, what have I done feeling. I'm gonna see where the best spot to set up in here is. This looks pretty exposed.
Oh my God.
Traffic's just zipping along, and over here, that's a plain view to the intersection. So the gear.
Like, how did he even come up with this one? A lot of them. I do say this a lot with Steve. He doesn't, okay, he drinks, yes. He doesn't strike me as the type to like smoke. And it seems like you gotta be high to come up with this. Crazy Neighbor, on the other hand, seems high. Is Crazy Neighbor coming up with these spots? I don't freaking know. I don't freaking know. Hey, Marvin, did the Funkle watch to make sure he got into swamp? Okay. Oh, what a protective father. That's sweet. He's in Alberta, but he does travel around. Like, he does videos in other provinces too, but he's in Alberta. You don't think he smokes? I don't think he smokes weed. He seems way too straight of a guy to smoke weed. Just the drinking, yeah. But I don't get weed vibes from Steve.
Here shouldn't be seen. I'm just gonna slink through the little strip of woods here, and it is not a big strip of woods. We're talking like 15 feet, 20 feet across at best. Spot right there looks like there's some pretty good cover, and the tent should fit there. I will be using the tent tonight because I did not trust that there would be enough trees here for the hammock, and I was right. I'm not sure if it's going to rain tonight. It's a possibility. Radar shows a little bit of a storm coming in, so I got to get this shelter set up quick because we could be looking at rain in about an hour or so.
No. Oh, Steve's been doing it longer than Evie, and I was watching Rosa recently, and she like made a reference to Steve, and like Steve is like the king of the camping videos. Like, she really like bowed to Steve. It was really, really funny. There was another moment. I think the next time Evie uploads, we're gonna do an Evie/Rosa react, because Rosa, in one of her most recent videos, was in the car driving and singing to music, which I don't understand. She's getting everything copyrighted. I hope she realizes, but she was singing a song about like if you were more of a man, and she got really into it, and she says to the camera like, you guys can tell this one's like more personal to me, and she was fucking singing it at Evie, and it was intense. We will watch that one together the next time he uploads.
The main freeway is on that side behind us, but this side is really open. There's not as much traffic, and I doubt they'd be looking down here, but I'm going to get this extra camo netting strung up kind of around there, and maybe a little to this side. That should help keep us stealthy.
You know, we're sidebarring about him, but I think you're right. To a certain extent. I also think he like rushed to get that van done, thinking she would kind of come back. And although the van is beautiful and really, nothing to say about the van, I think it's sort of everything she didn't like about his style of camping. So as much as he thinks the van is like an appeal for her, I bet she looks at the van and like, yeah, I did the right thing, like branching out on my own, They're so different. You can really see it now in her videos and stuff. I don't know, sort of the reasons that she wanted to, in her words, travel alone,
Okay, actual construction workers stopped right beside the road, of course, and they either didn't see me or didn't care, so yay.
I find Steve really looks like a narc for some reason today. It's the glasses and the hairdo or something. It's very weird under the freeway. Just again about Rosa and Evie. He's a rich boy kid. She's a true roughing girl. Yeah, I agree that I think she prefers the roughing it. She doesn't like the snow. He loves the snow. It's like he wants to be busy constantly. You know what I mean? Always kind of doing something, skiing, fucking shoveling for 6 hours. She's much more chill. Just in one of the most recent videos, it's like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do today. I think I'm just going to hang out. And she literally just kind of hung out around her car all day long, enjoyed it, went on a very short hike, but not like him. It's like go, go, go all day long. Shit, that would piss me off too. And I think they both smoke weed. It is what it is. Okay. There are different types of stoners. Some stoners don't want to get up and go fucking skiing. They just want to chill.
Of course, as always.
Oh, did he really? He flew to France this week, then the Swiss Alps for a ski trip. Not surprised. Sounds very Evie.
What I have to my advantage is people are busy driving these roads, and they got their own lives to get to, and I really don't think they care too much, other than...
Hey, Milky. Okay, who is this Steve? Steve, this is Camping with Steve. He is Canadian legend.
And construction workers that stop by, or a peace officer or police might want to stop in and see what's going on. Could very well be tight quarters in here with this tent. I like to keep my sunglasses on, or some type of glasses, in the woods, because one of these little sticks is going to poke my eye out one of these days. Guaranteed.
He really looks like a narc with those sunglasses on. I don't care.
It's time for me to stick my head out and see what this thing looks like. I know. Don't do it. Don't do it.
He likes camping in very weird spots. For example, today we're camping under the freeway. We just watched one where he was camping under a bridge. Last time he was camping in the bushes in a roundabout. He's camped behind a police station sign. He's just fucking insane, and we like it.
But unless I do, I have no idea if it's sticking out or not. Okay. Oh, yeah.
I am also a little bitch when I go camping. I am an absolute city person. Okay. I don't like peeing anywhere but like a normal bathroom. I don't like sleeping in a tent. I don't like anything about it. I like lighting a fire. I like having my J's, and then I like somebody to drive me home so I can sleep in my bed, take a shower. You know what I mean? That's it. I used to go all the time to a camping place when Ollie was a baby with him when he was little, and it was like our happiest moments together. He loved that fucking place. It's called Voyageur National Park. It's anyway, whatever. So I'm going to go and sprinkle a little bit of his ashes this summer at the campground, the specific lot that we used to go to. Okay. I've decided I'm going to go alone because I fucking hate camping so much. I'm going to buy one of those little bushel ass things of wood. I'm going to get high in the woods all by myself. And then instead of setting up a camp and all that bullshit, I'm going to sleep on the back seat of my motherfucking car. And I'm really not kidding. And I'm fucking off the next day. And it'll probably be the best experience I've ever had camping in my whole life. No one will be there to like influence. Oh, you're being a puss. Oh, set up a camp. Blah, blah, blah. No. bring a knife. Don't worry, Mike. Clank, clank. That's the sound of the bat. No one can fuck with me in the woods or anywhere else.
Right on. Even from just a few feet out, I can't even see it's there. That's just perfect. Just perfect. Oh yeah, there's dark clouds a coming, so I gotta put on a few more pieces of twine here and get ready to hunker down in the event of rain. And I'm also starting to get thirsty from all this setup. Right on. This is not so bad, aside from the road noise, but that was to be expected in a freeway off-ramp. So, thirsty time for step 2. I got this High Country Ale, English Pale Ale, comes from High Country Brewing. A friend of mine, Angus, owns the brewery, little Alberta thing in Nisku. And this one is actually made with...
Oh, Julie, listen, I drive the Charmuta mobile, okay? My back seat goes down like a fucking bed. And I'm not kidding you. And it's a normal car. It's not like a van or anything. It's a normal car. It's just like, I don't know what kind of a whore designed that motherfucker, but thanks, Charmut, because I appreciate it in a situation like that. It turns into what it's like just under the size of like a double bed. Fucking comfortable.
birch sap instead of water. So we tapped a bunch of birch trees and just used that instead of water. It imparts a little bit of a different taste, but it's quite good. And that's birch sap, they didn't make syrup out of it. They just used that instead of the water, but well, it was quite nice and desperately needed at this time. Little pitter patter of rain, but I think we've dodged most of that bullet. On the radar, it looks like it hit out
My clank clank equipment. Here's what I did. I went to Canadian Tire. I did get them at the Canadian Tire. In the summer when they have all the like baseball and like specifically like I don't even know, is it T-ball? Whatever. The metal bats. I stood at the Canadian Tire. I picked up every single metal bat until I found the heaviest ones because they do the most swing and damage. And I just bought a bunch of them, of all the heaviest ones. And I have stashed them everywhere. Every room of my house, there's at least a bat. If it's a big room, let's say the kitchen, I have 2 bats because there's the kitchen back door. I have like a bat behind every door. I got the bat on the back seat. I got a bat right next to me, next to the bed. There's a bat like 2 feet away from me right now. It's my preference of self-defense. You know what I'm saying?
town mostly, so we got lucky today. This little on-ramp here where I got dropped off, it looks even less obvious from this side.
Yeah, in Canada, we don't have guns and stuff. I'm scared of guns anyway. I guess it's because I'm Canadian and have no exposure to them at all. They terrify me. The thought of it, like I would hesitate with a gun. I would. It's just I would never fucking hesitate with a bat. Do I want to tell this story? No, press and play. Never mind.
I didn't bring that broken old stove today. I brought one of these instant barbecues. I'm gonna clear off these needles.
Okay, here's the story. You twisted my leg like one person in the chat. Tell the story. Okay, here's the story. My bat situation. So in the height of I don't know if anyone was like around back when He Who Shall Not Be Named in the attic was coming for me so hard, and they were offering money. They were taking up not a GoFundMe, but a pool of money to offer to buy my docs if anybody had it. The fucking nags and all of those losers that he used to be with, they were all collecting money together to buy my docs. Okay, I started getting so fucking paranoid. I lived in it's here anyway. I'm not going into the terror at the time, which a lot of it was my own paranoia. I went too far in my own fucking brain with the what ifs and what could happen, right? So one night we were streaming and it was late. It was like almost 10 p.m. And normally deliveries don't fucking come here that late ever, you know? And somebody bangs on the door. I got so scared. It was pitch black outside. I went with my bat, and I'm telling you, a delivery guy, a Ken Parr delivery guy, almost lost his fucking head that night. The paranoia was so strong on that. I don't hesitate with the bet. Everything is fine. Nobody got hit or anything, but woo, it was close on that day. I came inside. I'm like, wow, this guy has no idea how close he just came to like off with your head.
Nice non-tinder dry spot. And it comes with a little rack and everything. So it'll take...
I know that was about it was like boom, 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 boom on the door. It was so freaky. But in hindsight, it was because it was so dark. I wasn't expecting a delivery so late. I didn't have the porch light on. I didn't have nothing. And I think in the dark, the person couldn't find my buzzer. And so, like, what did they do? Bang on the door. Whoa, man.
Probably 15, 20 minutes until I can cook on it. So we'll get that started now before it's so dark that any of the flames are obvious from the road. I've seen these all over the place, and I've never bought one, but in Canada, they're a little expensive. They're around $12. I've heard in the States, they're as cheap as a couple of dollars. So somebody's making a lot of money somewhere. Okay. Looks easy enough. Yeah, this isn't stealthy at all. In fact, it's borderline dangerous in this type of a setup. Shields some of that
barbecue going under the tent
shields
thing.
some of the
What?
flame from the road. That's a little better as long as the smoke isn't as much of a heat score as the flames are. So I will throw on the foil pouch. The coals aren't completely ashed over yet, but I have this, I foil pouched it at home. Frozen pasta and vegetables, and comes ready-made, ready to go, easy. Just throw it right on.
Why did
So
that
that's
feel like an ad? The way he like panned down the product and stuff, ready to go, super easy. Are you being paid for this?
And then there's garlic bread as well, and of course,
I totally agree. It's a better setup. I actually think Under the Bridge was even a better setup than her fucking kitchen. I'm not lying. He's got more space than her. It seems cleaner than her kitchen. He's not covered in sweat.
bacon wrapped filet mignon, because what else are you going to eat sitting on the side of the freeway?
Yes, he's fancy under the freeway.
No smoke coming out of there. That's awesome. We got about another 45 minutes till the sun sets, and then we can film for probably an hour after that. And when that happens, we're going to wander down there and check things out, because I think there's a lot more construction over on that side than where I'm camped right here. And I didn't get a great sleep last night, so it's probably going to be early for me, because...
Yes, he did say bacon wrapped filet mignon. He did. What would you eat under the freeway? He's a fancy boy.
I'll probably have a better sleep beside the highway than I did last night. And yeah, I think I'll get that steak on there. I normally just do like salt and pepper on a steak, maybe a little garlic powder. However, one secret I got up my sleeve, spike. This the spike stuff used to be in any grocery store, but I've only seen it in the food service stores lately. Such a sure bet that restaurants are using this.
It's funny though, he often eats much better than Evie does, and Evie's got that fancy van set up and everything. This guy literally under a fucking freeway making fucking filet mignon, you know?
Magical stuff. All right. Colonel Sanders, 11 herbs and spices. No. This is a blend of 39 non-irritating herbs and spices. So I thought there might be a theoretical maximum number of spices you could put together and still have it taste good. Like trying to find a new super heavy isotope. But this actually, it works. So 39 herbs and spices. Well, this grill doesn't have a ton of heat, but I should be able to get a char on this steak because it's like 2 inches thick, and it's an 8-ouncer, so we're eating good tonight.
Okay, question to the other Canadians in the chat. Do other provinces have like an obsession with Montreal steak spice? Or is that just a thing here that everyone's so fucking obsessed with? Does Montreal steak spice sold all over the country in bottles that say Montreal steak spice? Yes? Figures. I mean, that shit is bomb. Holy crap. All the Canadians, yes. Yeah, it's amazing. I agree. I get that shit at Costco and I'm not fucking around. You have it in New York? Oh, look at us fancy shit. Ooh. I love steak spice. I put that shit on literally everything. You're making like vegetables, steak spice, everything. Oh my God, Nebraska has Montreal steak spice. It's all over the states. Wow. Texas has Montreal steak spice. I don't know. I feel so proud right now.
There we go. The veggies cooked up, the steak, we'll find out, and the garlic bread. Yum. Let's...
Yeah, same. Wiccan Mom, same. And those little bottles, they cost a fortune, and I could go through one of those bottles in a week. It's ridiculous.
Let's see if this worked at all. I'm kind of guessing. I'm absolutely guessing on the steak because it's really thick, and I've never cooked on this grill before. Thing is like a baseball cut. Oh boy.
Wow.
It seems to have worked. Now, I do normally like fairly rare, medium rare. That's should do. I'm colorblind, so I can't.
Oh no, Steve. I know it's a personal preference thing. That is a little too pink for me. Wait. Montreal steak seasoning is your hubby's fave. Love that. I like horseradish with my steak. I like horseradish with like the boiled meats. You know what I mean? I don't know.
At all, but it looks like the texture's about right. These grills are great to have in your car in case you have to have an emergency barbecue. But obviously there's no lid.
Oh God, red green. Okay, red green played in like the background of my home because my dad used to like watching red green. I do not like red green. I never did. I found them annoying. Like, I don't like that show, but it was definitely on in my house still.
They lack some of the features of an actual grill. Considering it's just a few pieces of charcoal and a disposable aluminum pan, I'm quite impressed.
Exactly. Same. Malarkey meter same.
That steak, the rarer it got. So I'm going to give it a little more time on the grill and pick away at this throughout the evening.
Yeah, Katie, I think you might be
Well, I'll
right.
have some garbage to haul out in the morning. I'm seeing some stuff. Looks like it's just blown in and got caught in the trees. I don't think people are purposefully throwing garbage here, but no evidence of other campers. There's pretty good thick woods here, though.
I often watching Steve, I wonder, like, okay, driving, if you slow down or something and you just glance over and you see some creep staring out of the bushes at you, I would be so scared. Holy shit.
One of the tricky things with stealth camping is the ground is often at an angle. And when I see a clump of trees like this on the side of the road, I have no way of knowing what I'm going to be getting into. This would be better for a hammock, but impossible for a tent. And with the hammock, you know, the trees have to be perfectly spaced out and good and thick with no dead ones around. I didn't see too much construction stuff set up along this strip of trees here, so I think I should be good. This grass looks like it could be due for a mow, though. I don't want to have that happen bright and early when I'm asleep. So I will be up pretty early in the morning and we'll get out of here. And the mosquitoes aren't too bad either, so that's really nice. If I didn't have a good idea where this was, I would have just walked right past it.
He checks about ticks. I've seen him before, like purposely dressing to like take on the ticks and not get bit. He checks into that stuff before he goes camping. That's a good question. I've never seen him get caught. I've seen it be close, but I've never seen him get caught. But he may have. I have not seen all his videos. And yeah, I recently just watched him do a winter stealth one. It was freezing, but I don't really know if it was stealth or if he was on the acreage. I can't remember. It's all kind of bleeding together now, you know. It might have been stealth though.
I gotta say, it did burn for a couple of hours. That's good. Make sure there's no problems tonight. Get this all out. The mosquitoes are starting to get a little.
No, it's just for his videos, and he does go with the oh shit, or he used to go. That's sad, with the beautiful wife. They would go camping together, and now he goes with the crazy neighbor. But yeah, it's mostly for his videos. You know, he has a home, he has a company. He's not like homeless or you know what I mean, living outdoors or anything. It's for like his fun. You know. I'm also terrified of ticks. Oh my god, holy shit. Hey, Raven. Thank you for subbing.
Ferocious, and I'm exhausted. So I'm going to crawl into this tent and see if we can sleep through all this traffic noise. Okay, yeah, all tucked in. It's real cozy in here. If it was any warmer, it would be uncomfortable actually. So it'll cool down tonight, and that'll be okay. It should be perfect temperature-wise. And I hope I get a really good sleep tonight because I've just beat today, and I hope.
Yeah, camping is such a Canadian thing. Canadians fucking love to go camping. It's such a thing. It's in Quebec too. They got camping Quebec. It's like such a freaking thing. People spend like the whole summer camping, weekends camping, anytime they can camping. And yeah, I recently found out like it's it's a lot of places in Canada. It's the camping people. We love our outdoors in this country. We have beautiful outdoors. Huh? A vast land. We have a huge fucking country of trees and shit. You know what I mean? Beautiful.
I hope I'm well rested because there's a lot of garbage to pick up, and the sun will be up early. So see you guys in the morning, unless sooner if something interesting happens in the night. Cheers. Good morning. That was a pretty uneventful night, just the way I like it. The road noise, I don't actually mind. It was kind of like white noise for me. I slept right through it, no problem. Really nice to sleep somewhere where the temperature isn't like lethally cold or lethally hot. This is just about perfect weather. I could live here indefinitely. Don't know why people live in have houses.
See, Steve just loves the fucking outdoors, as most Canadians do. Y'all have camping people down here in East Texas. We have lake people. See, we just call it all camping people because a lot of people go camping at the lake. When I talk about Voyageur National Park, I'm talking about a place called Lac Fortune, Fortune Lake. You know what I mean? You go camping on the lake. Just everything here is called camping.
Other than a place to keep their cats. So my alarm went off. Crazy neighbor's going to be picking me up in about an hour. So I'm going to get things torn down and start picking up some of the trash that's around here because there is a little bit of garbage scattered through the woods.
I love that about Steve too. Like how even if they ever caught him stealth camping, they should just leave him be. He never leaves anything. It's as if he wasn't there when he leaves, and he cleans up what's around him. Like the mess that other people have made and shit. Steve cleans it on his way out. They need to leave him be.
Let's get the day going.
Love that for us.
I am really surprised that it didn't rain, because rain was expected. Everything seems way more obvious in the daytime. I'm gonna wish all of my Canadian viewers happy Canada Day. We have our 4th of July on the 1st instead of the 4th here in Canada, just to be different. But also happy 4th of July to all my American friends that are watching this. Happy National Days, everybody. I also need to give a shout out to those who have donated to the cause. So, happy birthday to everybody who's having birthdays. Happy anniversaries. Happy graduation day. All of those special occasions that I want to congratulate people for, from folks who've reached out to let me know.
That was actually a hilarious cop-out. People have reached out like, oh, can you wish this person a happy birthday? Can you wish this person a happy graduation or whatever? So as he's packing his shit, just, well, like a very generic happy birthday and a happy graduation and a happy whatever to everyone who's asked me to reach out or who's reached out. Oh, okay, Steve.
Oh, got the tent set up, only using 4 pegs last night. A spot like this is actually...
Eldol, I kind of feel you, but also hear me out, okay? I am a city person. I don't like a lot about camping. Camping is also very fun. There's something and also awesome about it. You go like not quite a full day camping. So you leave really early in the morning. So you get a whole day. You know, you go to the camping. You don't even need a fucking tent. You got your chair. You make your fire. You live your best life. And then you go home so you can shower and sleep at home. You drive home in the dark. You know, you spend the whole fucking day. That's camping to me.
Actually so good. I could set up for a few days here pretty easily with a stealthier cooking apparatus.
Hard disagree. See, like I've done it a bunch of times and no, The whole fun of the day for me ends the night before. The next day, I'm in a bad mood. I just want to go to a normal bathroom. Like, fucking get me home. No, I don't like it. Mm-mm. Maybe a tent in a backyard. I don't have a backyard, but that I could do that. I would sleep out in a fucking backyard tent and also go inside to pee, you know?
If that fire truck drove past yesterday when the barbecue was getting started, I would have been freaking out. Well, the spot where I was camped is looking pretty good. I don't see anything left behind. Gonna strap on the rest of this stuff, see if the tent will fit back in here, and then it's time for a cleanup mission.
That woman just looks out her window. Somebody's putting up a tent. I just wave up, hey.
Twine. All loaded up here, nothing left behind. And I'll get the gear over a little closer to where Crazy Neighbor's going to pick me up now that we've successfully completed the crime of the century. And let's see, yeah, right through here. There we go.
Could I do that though? Can you set up a tent in a living room? How do you like, what does it stick down to? The carpet? I don't know. Can you do that? I'm so fucking down if you can. A tent in the living room and we do a live stream. We call it camping, but we're in the living room.
Making sure everything is nice and clean is the only way we're going to get away with this scam.
Wow.
So always clean up after yourself and others if you're trying to do some questionable.
Oh my God. Okay, now I really want to do this. We're going to do an overnight camping stream in my living room. And in the middle of the night, the tent gets attacked by like a wild bear. And it's fucking Oski like jumping on the side of the tent. Oh no, the wildlife has found us.
Camping. Yeah, there's another piece. It's like somebody out here was not so stealthy when they were camping.
Well, that's pretty smart, actually. Set up a tent in the living room if the heat goes out in the winter. Damn, that is a good idea.
At least there aren't old decomposing tarps and stuff. That's always about the worst garbage I come across. Just waiting for Crazy Neighbor, and then we're out of here. If you like these type of things, please consider subscribing. It does help the algorithm.
Mr. FFG gets up for work and is like, I don't even want to know. You know, he's so fed up with my shit. At this point, he literally could get up from work. He would just glance into the living room, look at the he wouldn't even ask a question, you know, just so fed up of my shit.
And then you're reminded if I put up a new video, because I'm usually uploading on Thursdays, but sometimes things don't go as planned. So the video comes out late or on a day that is not Thursday. So if you're subscribed, then you'll find out about it. Now we play the waiting game.
10 minutes at most. What? Remember, my step 1 is putting up the tent. My step 2 is lighting up the fucking triple burger. It is what it is.
All right, we're out of here. I grabbed some garbage. Hammer. There we go.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. And I invite Evie to go camping. I sent him a message. It's like, oh, I have the most elusive campground in all of Canada. You have an invitation to come camping. Bitch, it's in my living room. And yes, there's baseball bat. He like wanders into a living room. He's like, he sees the tent. There's fucking bats everywhere he looks in the house. I just locked the door behind him, like, get in the tent, Evie.
Go, go, go.
The whole tent is just covered in bowls of soup.
Sweetheart, so thanks, by the way.
Yeah, thanks for the lift.
No problem.
Okay, that was hilarious. The ending, he's running, I'm laughing, soup. Wow. And his daddy came and picked him up, and no one can convince me he's not. That's his dad or his uncle. His uncle, I don't know, but that's family.